Hello everybody, it's Jess here with Bless Jess. Thank you so much for watching for another weekly dinner video. So in this video, I'm going to show you what my kids have for dinner, what my husband and I have for dinner. If you are new, I've gotten some questions because I guess I haven't said it in a while. Our kids usually do eat differently than us and differently than each other. A lot of times it's just how it works out. David and I eat later. They're a little more picky and we don't really want to eat what they eat. It works out for us now, so that's just how it is. Nate has autism, and so he doesn't even like the same things Lucy likes, and vice versa. So this is just what works for right now. You know, it might change in the future. So this is what the kids have for Monday night. I just got these plates at Dollar Tree, and Lucy is so excited about eating off of it. So here's what they have. Nate has some ABC macaroni and cheese. I kind of like that there's this long space right here because it cools off faster than like clumped up. So he's got some of that. And then he has a Oikos strawberry yogurt. He loves those, and they have a lot of protein. And then he has some cut up strawberries. And then he also has some milk started on the table. Lucy doesn't really like mac and cheese, so I made her some bow ties. And I just make this like in the same pot. I just make her bow ties, pull them out of the water, and then throw in his macaroni. So it's still done pretty fast. And I just topped it with a little bit of butter and Parmesan cheese. And then I cooked her up some fresh green beans, just a little bit of coconut oil, salt, and pepper. She has some mini pepperonis, cut up pink lady apple, and then for dessert, some Fairy Tale Princess gummies. And she also has milk to drink. So this is what they have for dinner. David and I are going to have salads later, and I'll definitely show you that when I get done. All right, you guys, so we're having crispy chicken salads tonight. The first thing I'm going to do is make the creamy jalapeno ranch dressing for it. This is so good. It does have a little bit of a kick, but it is delicious. So what I do is I take 3/4 cup sour cream, 3/4 cup mayo, and that goes down into a big bowl. And then I add 3/4 cup diced jalapeno straight from the jar right in there. You could lessen this or even substitute some diced green chilies to make it a little less hot. But this is delicious just like this, y'all. It's so good. And then I add, like I said, 3/4 cup of that. And then I also add a splash of the juice, the jalapeno juice out of the jar. Just a little splash. That adds a really good flavor. And then the next thing I'm going to do is add just a few shakes of garlic powder. Everything is better with garlic. So, and then I also add just a sprinkle or two of salt to season everything really well, and a package of ranch dressing mix. So, and then I also add about 1/2 cup of buttermilk, and then you're just going to add more until you get the consistency you like. Oh, before I add the buttermilk, I can't forget about the cilantro. This stuff is so good, y'all. I love cilantro in dressings, and you can add as much as you like. I add about 1/2 cup or so. You see me picking it off, and I like to pick it off the stems. I don't like any stems in there, just the straight up leaves, so it takes me just a minute here to get all the leaves off. But I love cilantro, so add a lot. You could add as much as you want. And then I'm going to add 1/2 cup of buttermilk, but I didn't have buttermilk today, so what I did was I just took 1/2 cup of regular milk and added a teaspoon of vinegar to it and let it sit for a few minutes. And voila, homemade buttermilk. So I add 1/2 cup, and then you'll see me add a little bit more as I'm mixing it up to get it the right consistency. So you could use a food processor, a blender, whatever you have. I decided to use this immersion blender, which I love. It will be linked down below if you're interested. I've had this one forever and it never fails me. However, this bowl was a little bit too big, so I changed it for a smaller bowl and it blended a lot better. So then what I do is I just keep adding the buttermilk till it gets the right consistency. I pour it into a mason jar and it keeps in the fridge for several weeks. We never have it too long though. And you guys have been wanting me to show you how I make the chicken tenders in the air fryer. This will also be linked down below. I love my compact air fryer. I just throw in however many I'm cooking, and then at the very top I have a little temperature dial. So I turn it to about 375. And there's not a real science to this. 375 for about 10 minutes. I check on it, and I usually do a couple more minutes because I like it really crispy. So while that cooks, I'm just chopping up my romaine. I like the romaine cut into pretty small pieces because I just like it in small pieces. I don't know. It just is easier to eat that way. So I'm chopping it up really good. I love romaine. It's so crunchy. And I'm also putting some cucumbers on our salad. I'm just using up what we have in the house, and also some cheese. Yum. Had to even open a new bag. Yummy, yummy cheese. And then I had the great idea to crunch up some of these nacho cheese Dorito-like chips we got from Kroger and sprinkle those on top. And then the chicken is done now, and it is super hot. I try to use scissors, and I end up having to get some tongs with the scissors, and I just chop it up into little bite-sized pieces. And it is just, this is the best, easiest salad ever. And then with the cilantro jalapeno dressing, it is just out of this world. It's so, so good. So what I did with David's dressing is I was afraid it might be a little too hot for him because he doesn't like spicy stuff. So I just thinned his out with a little bit of regular ranch, and he loved it. So here is the final product. This is what we had for Monday. It was delicious. I would highly encourage you guys to make this. It is so, so good. So this is what we had for Monday. We will see you guys back on Tuesday coming up next. All right, everybody, welcome to Tuesday's dinner. So I wasn't planning on doing this, but I made this pizza, or one like it, for myself for lunch. This is the 2-ingredient dough pizza. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but basically, yeah, Lucy helped me with this one. Basically, you mix together equal parts plain fat-free Greek yogurt with self-rising flour. You knead it, and I just made it because I wanted to try it. And it came out so good that Nate saw it and he wanted to try it. So he ate a little bit of my lunch and absolutely loved it, and has been asking me for more pizza ever since he had it. So I said, you know what? That's a great thing for me to make for them for dinner. So Lucy helped me make it. And we did Bubba's half with pepperoni and her half just cheese. But this is like the best pizza. The crust comes out so nice. I mean, it's just delicious. So Nate is having 2 slices, and then on the side, a fruit, it's like cereal bar, blueberry with some milk. Lucy's having her pizza with some cantaloupe. That is like the best cantaloupe. I just cut up red, yellow, and orange bell peppers. And for dessert, she has to add her 2 cents. For dessert, Oreo cookies with milk as well. So, yes.
Pineapple pizza.
That would be fun, but I don't have any pineapple. So David and I are having just an easy
pizza.
Okay, that'd be kind of weird. David and I are, I'll show you what we're having a little bit. He's still at work. This is one of the reasons we usually eat separate from them, although we would love this tonight. But David's actually working late tonight, so we're just gonna have dinner a little bit later, and I'll show you how I get that together coming up next. So this is the fish I'm sticking in the oven. We love this stuff. It is so good. The Gordon's Cod beer battered pub style fish. I just stick it on a baking dish and put it in the oven for the directions it says. And then I'm also going to be making some oven roasted green beans and some oven roasted potatoes, which I showed you how I made the potatoes last week. So for the green beans, I just sprinkle it with or drizzle a little bit of olive oil, salt, pepper, and then some Parmesan cheese, and kind of stir it around and bake it at 425 with the fish in the same time until they're nice and crispy. And this was such a good dinner. So here's the fish, the potatoes, and the green beans. I love those green beans, nice and crispy. This is one of our favorite dinners. It's pretty easy, and I just love roasted potatoes, and I love roasted green beans, and then the fish is out of this world. So we'll see you guys back for Wednesday. All right, everyone, welcome to Wednesday night. We are getting ready for church, so I've got the kids a really simple dinner here. They're loving their Paw Patrol plates. I've had a couple of you ask me. Yes, I got these at the Dollar Tree. And they had like frozen ones. They had lots of different characters. PJ Masks, I think. So I might go back and get more because I really like having the 4 divided. And this long one right here, I just like it. So let's start with Miss Lucy. So we were at Kroger today. Y'all, she begged me for cauliflower. Cauliflower. She also begged me for cookies, which we found on sale. But she really, really wanted the cauliflower more than the cookies. Y'all, I don't know. She just loves veggies. It's nothing I've done. It's just who she is. She has some cauliflower. She does have a cookie for dessert. It's like a mini one. And then she has pink lady apple, some blueberries, some cucumber. There's the name. 3 dino nuggets and some potato chips. And here's Nate's. He has some chicken nuggets cut up with some ketchup, some ABC macaroni and cheese left over, some strawberries, and some potato chips. Here he comes walking through right now. And they're both going to have milk with us. So we will see you guys. Me and David are going to have dinner after church. So we'll see you when we get home with that. All right, you guys, it is really late. We are home from church, but this is what we're having. This is David's plate. So these tacos are actually teeny tiny little taco shells. So I've got some ground beef, cheese, lettuce, and taco sauce. And then this is just some Uncle Ben's ready rice microwavable stuff. When it's late at night, you just do what you have to do with, convenience. It's still better than fast food, I feel like. Anyway, this is what we're having tonight. We're going to go watch Big Brother. And I'll see you guys all back on Thursday. Did I say Wednesday? Thursday. We'll see you guys back on Thursday. Bye. All right, everybody. Happy Thursday. So this is what we have for the kids for dinner. I'm a little nervous about it. I was going to make Nate a cheeseburger, and I realized that we are out of his buns that he likes. So I ended up making him what I'm making David and I, which I will show you in a second. But this is a pizza grilled cheese, and I'm a little worried because it looks different than his normal grilled cheese. But we will see how he does. So this is just on the inside. I went ahead and put his pizza sauce on the inside it. David and I are probably going to dip ours. But anyway, so there's a little bit of pizza sauce, some Colby Jack cheese because that's all I had, and some pepperoni. And then he has a bunch of strawberries and one of these Oikos key lime Greek yogurts that he likes with a milk. And then Lucy has some protein pancakes that I did use a cookie cutter to cut out. She likes that. And then I have her extras right here too. So these are puzzle piece protein pancakes, and I do put sprinkles and vanilla in the mix and just cook it on the stove. And then she has some strawberries and blueberries. These veggies were left over from lunch and she wanted to finish them, so I put some of those, just one piece of cauliflower and some peppers. And then she has some green apple, and she also has milk. So I'll let you guys know how this goes. Fingers crossed. Alright, everybody, so let me show you how I did our pizza grilled cheese. I used this Artigiano Sara Lee bread, which is our favorite. The secret to grilled cheese is to butter the outside really, really well, and I cook it on like medium heat. You don't want it too hot. I put a layer of mozzarella cheese, a little sprinkle of Italian seasoning, and then a layer of pepperoni in there. And then I put a little bit of taco style, just whatever cheese you have. You could use another layer of mozzarella, but this kind of glues everything down, so I do like cheese on both sides. And then I topped it with the other piece of bread, and you might want to make sure it's, like I said, nice and buttered, not too thick, but that's what makes grilled cheese so good. So there you see I'm doing the other one, layer of mozzarella, sprinkle of Italian seasoning, some pepperoni, and then I used, like I said, just regular shredded cheese to kind of glue everything down in the other layer, and it's going to cook. Okay, then I'm just going to flip it over when it gets nice and golden brown. You do not want these to burn, and be very careful when you flip it that no cheese escapes. And I just cook it, like I said, very low, like medium or even lower. That is the trick to a good grilled cheese. You do not want these to burn, and you do want the cheese to be all melted. So here is the final product. I cut them in half, served them with some curly fries I cooked in the air fryer, a side of pizza sauce for dipping. These were a huge hit. We loved them. I know Nate wasn't a huge fan, but we loved it. And then I also had some cucumber on the side of my plate. This was a big hit. We'll be making them in the future. We'll see you guys back for Friday. All right, you guys, ignore my mess. But here is what we have what the kids have for Friday night. I'm making David and I some French toast, special French toasted bacon, so you'll see that next. But this is what the kids have. So they both wanted pasta. So Lucy has some bow tie pasta, butter and Parmesan. Over here, she's already been eating a lot of it, but she is like me, and we like snacking on raw green beans. She's already had a bunch of them. There was a bunch more than that. Okay, so she already had two, maybe more than that. Green beans and cucumbers, peppers, red, yellow, and orange. Some berries, blueberries, and strawberries, and then a lime jello for dessert. Nate has some of his ABC macaroni and cheese, a strawberry Greek yogurt, and some strawberries. They both have milk to drink. And then Lucy also has a smoothie. She didn't have one of these at lunch, so she's having it now, mixed berry smoothie. We'll see you guys. Let me show you how I make David and I's dinner right now. Alright guys, so the first thing I'm going to show you is how I cook my bacon in the oven. I just put it on a foil sheet, just on a cookie sheet, and I put it in a cold oven. I don't preheat it, and I set the oven at 375, and I just let it cook. It takes about 30 minutes from cold to get all the way cooked, but that's the best way I found. And I'm going to start on the French toast. So I am going to make some cinnamon toast crunch French toast. This was really good. It wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. I don't know if I'll make it again, but I will show you how to make it and kind of tell you my pitfalls on it. But we had a lot of this that we got at the grocery store on sale, so I thought we would just try something different. So I poured a bunch of it, probably a couple cups or so, into a gallon size Ziploc bag, and I'm going to crush it up really, really good because you want it as small as possible. And I can tell you right now, the problem I had with this was that there was so much sugar that it kind of burned a little bit as I was cooking this. So maybe next time I'll just cook it on a lower heat. But there I am. You could use a rolling pin or whatever you have. I just kind of use my hand to crush it and try to get it as fine as I could. I will say the Pioneer Woman has a recipe that I want to make again. It was really good. I made it a few years ago that has panko, and I think that might be a lot better. It was actually a lot better because it didn't have sugar in there and it didn't burn as easily. So here's how I make French toast. I have 3 eggs and I'm going to put in a little bit of vanilla, a few splashes of milk, and I just whisk that all together. And then I also added a pinch of salt to that. And then I'm going to take my bread. Now I soaked this a little bit too long. That was my second pitfall. I'm buttering the pan right now. You can't really see. You want to soak this fairly quickly because you don't want it to get too mushy unless you have really stale bread. My bread was not very stale at all. And then I just coated it in the mixture and stuck it on the pan. And like I said, it did burn a little bit, so next time I definitely need to go lower. There's a lot of sugar in there, and it burned a little bit. This was still really, really good. David and I both enjoyed it, but like I said, it did burn, especially the first batch just burned a tiny bit. So there it is cooking away. You can't really tell, but it was, maybe you can see me flipping it. Nope. I'm checking it. I just let this cook until it was nice and brown on both sides. And then how I like to top my French toast is I pour a little bit of syrup. I don't like a whole lot, just a drizzle. Actually, I think this might be David's plate I'm showing you. He likes a little bit more than me. And then I also like to sprinkle it with a little bit of powdered sugar. And you can see that bacon on the side. It comes out perfectly every time in the oven. It just turns out so good. So there is the cinnamon toast, French toast. Like I said, we really like this, but you have to be careful with the cinnamon sugar not burning so much on your French toast. We'll see you guys back for Saturday. All right, friends, it is now Saturday night, and I'm going to show you what I have the kids here. We're hoping to feed them and then let the food settle for a few minutes and head downstairs to the pool before David and I eat. We'll eat a little bit later. We all had a really big lunch today, so I just kind of threw this together. The kids didn't have a snack, though, so they are hungry. So let me show you. Let's start with Nate. Really typical dinner for him. Chicken nuggets, 5 chicken nuggets cut up with some ketchup. And then he has some leftover macaroni and cheese from last night. And the rest of the strawberries, I got to go to the store tomorrow because we're out. And some milk. Lucy has some dino nuggets with her leftover bow ties from last night. Another, what she calls berry salad, which is just strawberries and blueberries cut up. She's already been over here eating peppers. There were red, yellow, and orange. The red ones are missing. And then she has some more raw green beans. So here is what the kids are having tonight. I'll show you our dinner. We're supposed to have tortellini. I'm not sure we're going to have that. I have followed, I don't know where my hair is. Y'all don't mind the floor. Here is my meal plan for this week. And I've actually followed it all week long. Here's Saturday. Tortellini, bacon, salad. I'm out of salad. I actually had the salad a little bit earlier in the week because it was looking a little sad, so I went ahead and ate it. So I'm not sure we're going to have that tortellini bake. I'm not sure what we're going to have, but I will let you guys know next. All right, you guys, so this is what I cooked up for David and I. First off, I know this isn't like super healthy or anything, and it's super carby, but it's really easy, and that's what I needed tonight. So on the menu, like I showed you guys, we had tortellini and salad. I'm out of salad, and I kind of ran out of time for the tortellini bake. So I just cooked up some spaghetti noodles and topped it with a little bit of this 4-cheese Alfredo that I got on sale at Kroger. And I'm going to top these yummy Alfredo bowls with a little bit of Parmesan cheese. And then I also like to put a little bit of parsley flakes. And that is what is for dinner tonight. See you guys back on Sunday. One more night left of the dinner videos coming up next. All right, everybody, welcome to Sunday. Lucy and I have been shopping, grocery shopping till pretty late, and dinner time is long gone, and the kids are starving. So we ran through Wendy's. Lucy just wanted French fries. She wanted veggies for dinner. That's so funny, I know, but she asked for veggies for dinner, no meat or anything, so I'm fine with that. She's stealing them already, so let me show you. I got Nate a junior cheeseburger with ketchup only, some French fries, some ketchup on the side, and then we're going to try this lemon meringue yogurt. He really likes the key lime, so I bet he'll like that one too. Lucy has the French fries, the peppers, the blueberries, carrots, and a Danimals smoothie and mixed berry. They're both going to have milk with this, and after I put everything away and do all kinds of grocery.
I'm not going to have milk like this.
Oh, okay. She's going to have some Powerade. As soon as I put all the groceries away and everything, I'll make David a nice dinner, but you'll see that coming up next. All right, you guys, so I just had a croissant sandwich for dinner. David had some leftovers earlier, and I didn't catch a picture of what he had. I just toasted this turkey and cheese, and got it kind of melty. And then I also put some pepperoni on there and then topped it with a little bit of pickles. That might be weird, but then I just had it with some grapes. It was a really good Sunday night dinner. We just go really easy for Sunday night. But that is going to finish out our dinner video for this week. I hope you guys are enjoying watching these. I know they're not anything super complicated. They're pretty simple. Hopefully, you know, as school gets started and stuff, I'll be able to even do more. But if you guys like these, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Please subscribe if you are new, and we will see you guys all later. Bye, everybody.